Welcome to Talk Habesha.
How important do you guys think it is to know your language?
For me, I think it's fundamental. I think the only way you can really love your culture and really understand its roots is by through language, and especially when it comes to going back home, to communicate with your family and stuff or to even have impact in your country, you need to be able to speak the language. So I think it's so important. When I see parents not teaching the kids the language, I feel like they're doing a disservice to them.
Yeah, I agree. And I always try, even though my Amharic isn't perfect, I always tried to speak it. And sometimes the parents and stuff might laugh, and it's my grandma always kind of makes jokes out of me sometimes, but yeah, it's just, I think it's the effort of actually trying, because I think a lot of kids actually their parents do speak it to them, but they don't make the effort to speak it back. They can hear it, but they don't actually say anything. So in Amharic, so I think it's making the extra effort. And yeah, for me it's important. I definitely will try to pass it on. It might be harder because it doesn't come as second nature to me as it was for my mum. But
yeah, adding on to what you were saying, I think it's important for parents as well, because there's some parents that have come from Eritrea or Ethiopia and might think, oh, now that we're in America or Europe, we just need to speak to our kids in English.
I was born in America, and my mum didn't teach me English until I went to school. Even though she's completely fluent in English, she obviously knew I'm going to learn English at some point in my life. So she thought, as my first language, it was really important for me to know. So I actually didn't know English until I went to school.
That's like me.
That's good though, because it's now it's embedded in you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I think we underestimate how much kids can pick up in it. Kids can pick up 1, 2, 3 languages. And for me, my parents were just we're gonna speak to him in Amharic only when he's in the house. So if I wanted something, if I was hungry, I can't get food without speaking Amharic. I'm like, Mum, give me food, nothing. It's like simple. That's when it comes, isn't it? So
I kind of wish my parents did that, but it's not like they didn't. They speak to me Amharic all the time. So I understand Amharic completely. I understand it fluently. It's just that when I'm trying to speak it, it's I don't know. It's when I try and think of the word that I want to say, it's just I just can't get it to come to my brain. But when someone says it to me, and so when my mom speaks to me Amharic, or someone says an Amharic word, I understand it in English straight away. I understand what it is straight away. But if I'm trying to say it, it's not the same. But I definitely do want to learn. I want to learn how to speak it fluently. I want to go back to Ethiopia and live there. So it's definitely gonna have to happen soon enough.
So when you reply to your parents, you reply them in English.
Yeah.
And what do they say to you? Have they ever said, "Oh, why can't you speak in Amharic"? So
obviously they will say sometimes, but they don't. It's not they don't really care.
They don't force it on you.
They don't force it on me.
Do you regret it though that you haven't made the effort to speak to them?
Yeah, I do regret it slightly, but I know that because I understand it, I feel like I will be able to learn it easy anyways. I won't struggle to learn how to speak it.
No, I think it's important to speak your mother tongue at home, because obviously when you start school, you're obviously going to learn English, and at home you've learned your mother tongue, so you've already got that. But then, some people tend to forget their language. I wouldn't say I've forgotten my language, but I'm not as good as I used to be as when I was younger, because obviously at home I only spoke in Tigrinya. My parents literally just spoke to me in Tigrinya, only. And then when I started nursery, it was oh, this is English,
Do you guys think that there's a certain point where the responsibility isn't we shouldn't blame the parents and it becomes your responsibility?
Yes,
Exactly
my point. Yeah,
it's a principle, isn't it? It's your identity. It's just fundamental, as you said. It's maninetnos. It's where you came from, your bread and butter. Just because you speak another language doesn't make you any clever or anything like that. That's where you're from. So it's important.
Sometimes I'll just try and say things, so then even if I'm making a mess of it, it's they appreciate the effort sometimes and think that's good practice.
Me, for the person who was born in Africa and Ethiopia, grew up in Eritrea, I used to write letters, like every month back in the days. But now, to write my name is one thing because I'm not practicing that writing letters.
Did you guys ever learn how to read and write?
Yeah.
Because I used to go to the Amharic class, I don't know if you went, and I can still kind of read really slowly. Like when Natty came in today, I was reading his top slowly.
My mum, when she was teaching me Amharinya as a kid, she was teaching me how to read and write as well. But as I grew up, I kind of, like you said, when you don't practice it enough, you forget. So now I can't do anything, and that is my fault.
Did you guys have that, the poster with the fiddle?
Oh yeah, alphabet.
Mando t-shirts.
I think sometimes it can be the parents' faults though, because they know that their children aren't, speaking at home properly. And obviously there's extracurricular, in churches, there's Amharic or Tigrinya school, whatever, stuff like that. And it's available for them, they don't need to pay for it in most cases, I guess. So, like speaking to your children in their language is good, but if they're not replying back to you in Tigrinya and Amharic, they need to realize there's a problem, okay? So my child needs to be like in an environment where people his age or her age are speaking the same language, because there will be comfort there as well, because it might be out of shyness that they might want to respond in their language. So I feel like if you're in an environment where there's people similar to you who grew up in the same background, like in London or whatever, you'll feel comfortable to do it. So
I think the most important stage is when they're very, very young. Because it gets to a certain point where if they're 7 years old and they don't speak Amharic, the parents are going to get tired, isn't it?
Exactly.
I've seen it. I've seen parents be like, "Oh, I can't be bothered. I will, but I won't." They want the kid to do something. They're going to just speak in the language. So it's got to be from the beginning.
I got a sister. She's 8, and she just recently started going to Tigrinya school and everything, and I visit a home family, and she tell me I can read this, so we have to motivate the younger one. Using now in Ethiopia, I know the old Amharic now is updated. Whole different But even in Eritrea, probably it's the same. It's updated, so they will laugh at you
I think you're good but when you go back home, it's
don't laugh at me. I honestly don't mind.
But you try still.
Because I don't look Habesha, when I speak Amharinya to people, they always get really surprised, so that's the thing that I like most about my language.
I think language is the gateway to a culture.
Definitely.
I mean, what's the first thing you do when you want to, say you want to move to Japan and you want to be part of Japanese culture? You need to learn the language.
I feel like if it's not forced but forced on you from a young age, then you understand it. Lots of my cousins understand it, but none of them speak it. So but I speak it, but then they don't. They understand Amharic and Tigrinya, but so I feel like it's not forced then.
Yeah, I agree. My dad was so on it for me. When I was younger, I learned Fidel before. He taught me ABC, and he was really, really on it. But then obviously I have loads of younger siblings, and I've kind of seen it kind of disintegrate. And now my youngest does not speak at all. It's really important to keep the consistency with your kids, because at the end of the day, we're the ones that are going to be thanking our parents. It's not really something for them. It's not just for communication at home. When I went to Ethiopia by myself last summer, I would not have known what to do in the airport, who to ask for help, all of that stuff, if I had not been able to speak my language.
And also another advantage as well, because I just got back from Ethiopia last Sunday, is if you can get to a certain fluency, you're going to get cheaper prices as well. And I do it every time. I'll jump into a taxi or something, and I'll just try and chat the locals, and he'll give me a price. And then once he's told me the price, I'll be like, by the way, I was born in London.
Okay, so since we all think it's so important, I think we should do a game and challenge how well we actually know Amharinya and Tigrinya. So we're going to be challenged with a sentence to say in English, and anyone who speaks English from this point onwards is out. I'm born in German Island.
The phrase is, I went to the post office to send a letter to my granddad.
Well. Next question. See ya.
I love to eat Ethiopian food only.
Okay. Ethiopian ምግብ ብቻ. Wait, hold on. Say it. I want to say it. Wait.
Restart.
A few moments later.
I love to eat Ethiopian food only.
የኢትዮጵያ ምግብ ብቻ
ደርሰናል።
መብላት የሚወደው የኢትዮጵያ ምግብ ብቻ ነው።
In Tigrinya.
Yes. Jeez.
It's really dark in my room at night when the light is off.
Ooh.
A few moments later.
Amharic essay. አምሃኛ ዝመጽ ዘላን Amharic essay ልጅ ከተፈው ሐላሁ ጸልማት ያኸው
Meron. My sense of style is very trendy. It can be similar.
እሺ እኔ ልብስ መለብስ በጣም ዘናጭ ነው።
Elsie. I love my family and friends.
See, I've gone blank now. ቤተሰቦቼን በጣም ነው የምወደው። ጓደኛዬን ቤተሰብና ጓደኛዬን በጣም ነው የምወደው።
Nate. Because he overlooked a big safety hazard, the construction had to be started over.
Next question.
He left his house at 6 in the morning to be on time for his flight. He left his house at 6 in the morning to be on time for his flight.
ለበረራ ለመድረስ ከቤቱ 6 ሰዓት ወጣ።
Hannah. Usually I work from Monday to Saturday.
ከሰኞ እስከ ዓርብ ነው የምሰራው።
Threw out my old socks because they had holes in them.
ያረጀ ካልሲዬ የተቀደደው ጣልኩት።
This is like a really common phrase in English, so try as much as possible. The policeman dusted the crime scene for prints.
ድገሚው።
The policeman dusted the crime scene for prints.
እቲ ፖሊስ ድገሚው again.
One eternity later.
እቲ ፖሊስ መርመራ ገይሩ ምእንታን ክፈልጥ መን ከም ዝገበሮ እቲ ሓደገኛ።
I work to make a lot of money.
ወይ ጉድ ስራ
2,000 years later.
ማገዝ እንችላለን?
አንችልም ነው
ስራ
አይዞህ
I think I'm done.
Meron, can you get me the remote?
እሺ ሪሞት ኮንትሮል ትሰጪኛለሽ?
Johanna, put your jacket on.
ጃኬትሽን ልበሺ ወይስ ልበስ?
Helen, why are you always sleeping?
ስለምንታይ ሁሉ ጊዜ ትድቅሲ ወይ ትድቅስ?
Elsie, if you don't let your... Ooh.
If you don't get your degree, you'll work at McDonald's.
I think I'd say degree.
In there.
I'm out.
Yeah.
If you don't get your degree, you will work in McDonald's.
ካልተመረቅ ማክዶናልድስ ትሰራለህ።
Edros, yesterday I went to school.
በአማርኛ አረብኛ
በፈለግ
ትማል ቤት ትምህርት ኸይለ
Nat, I took my little cousin to school.
ታናሽ የአክስት ወይም የአጎቴ ልጅን ትምህርት ቤት ወሰድኳት።
Johanna, there is thousands of people here.
Since she saw Liz.
Nay. I love nature.
መናፈሻ በጣም እወዳለሁ።
Hyde Park. Nature ራሱ የቻለ ቋንቋ ነው።
Do you guys accept that?
ቃላት አለ አለ።
Wait, do you guys accept that as a translation?
መናፈሻ
Yes.
Okay, can I tell you the
You go
actual
close.
word for nature?
Yeah.
Fitrat.
ፍጥረት that's it that's the word.
That's like creation. That's like creation.
Yeah, but that's nature. That's
Back to Meron. The weather is so bad today.
የዛሬ አየር በጣም ያስጠላል ዛሬ።
Helen, I am so tired. I want to stay at home all day.
አንቺ
ብጣዕሚ ደኺመለኹ ገዛ ክጸንሕ ደልየሎሚ
Petros, I am going to order food because I am hungry.
ስለዚህ ጠመቁ መግቢ ክእዝዜ አቃድጌ
Nat, I can't wait to go on holiday to Ethiopia.
ኢትዮጵያ እስከምሄድ በጣም ቸኩያለሁ።
Johanna, I was born here, but I would love to go and live in Ethiopia or Eritrea one day.
እዚህ ሀገር ነው የተወለድኩት ግን አንድ ቀን ኢትዮጵያ ወይም ኤርትራ ሀገር መኖር እፈልጋለሁ።
Nate, you can't judge a book by its cover.
መጽሐፍ በመጀመሪያ ገጽ መፈረድ አይቻልም።
Meron, don't give up your day job.
በቀንሽ ስራ እንዳት ጨረሺ ሰው ይሆናል እንዳት
Don't give up your day job.
የበቀንሽን ስራ እንዳትጨረሺ ነው አይሆንም? How do you say don't give up? እንዳትለቂ I said don't finish.
Petros,
Yes.
treat others how you want to be treated.
ካልእ ሰብ ከምቲ ንስኻ ንካልእ ሰብ ከምቲ ንስኻ ንስኻ
6.5 hours later.
ከምቲ ንስኻ ንባዕልኻ ትሕግዝ ንካልእ ሰብ መልሓሰ ኮላ ኣላ በትፅያ ኮርት ንባዕልኻ ክትሕግዝ ከምቲ ንባዕልኻ ክትሕግዝ ንካልእ ሰብካ ክትሕግዝ ትደሊ no. Come on.
Somebody say it.
Helen, same.
If I get it wrong, am I out as well?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be out if you don't get it right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. نمسحك تمنى تدلي نخلص سب كمان تمنى له هذاك.
Nat, I don't want to get married until I am 30 years old.
30 ዓመት ሳይደርሰኝ መጋባት አልፈልግም።
Johanna, you're banned from watching TV.
ቲቪ ማየት ወይም ቲቪ ማየት አትችይም ካሁን በኋላ ወይም አትችይም።
It's good from a distance, but when you look closer, there are problems.
ከሩቅ በጣም ያምራል ግን ስትቀርቢ ችግር አለ።
Good.
I need to go to the hairdressers to get my hair done.
እንደ መሻሪት ጤናኒ ፀጉሬን እንታን ክገብረው።
Johanna, you can't have everything.
ሁሉን ነገር ለራስህ ማድረግ አትችልም።
No. You can't have everything.
ሁሉ ነገር ለራስህ መሆን አይችልም።
Nat, take a risk.
Literally.
ደፋር ሁኚ።
ይሆናል።
ደፋር ሆነሽ የምትፈልጊውን ነገር አድርጊ።
Makes sense.
ደፋር ሆነ
It's in the same lane.
Lelana?
That makes sense.
It makes sense. It's in the same category.
I think.
Nate. Don't tell my secrets.
ሚስጥሬን አትንገር።
Helen, sit down sensibly and eat your food, otherwise you will be in trouble.
በስነ ስርዓት ጌርካ ኮፍ በል። ስለዚህ ድገሚው።
You look at me like I'm going to give you, I don't know any Tigrinya.
It's the word.
Sit down sensibly and eat your food, otherwise you will be in trouble.
በስነ ስርዓት ጌርካ ኮፍ በል። ስለዚህ ክትቅጻዕ ወይ ክትቅጽዕ ይኸይ።
You guys are collaborating.
It's a new sentence.
I think
I think you just saw
Alright,
that's what I'm saying. Candy man.
No, we need to.
Yeah, much better.
It's like
የራስህ መድኃኒት ማግኘት አለብህ ታገኛለህ። የራስህን መድኃኒት ወይስ የራስሽን መድኃኒት ታገኛለሽ?
yeah, I think that's okay.
come after bad things.
ጥሩ ነገር የሚመጣው ጥሩ ያልሆነ ነገር ካለፈ በኋላ ነው።
Oh gosh. Follow the directions on the sat nav, otherwise you'll get lost.
ኣብቲ ማኪና ዘሎ ሓበሬታ ብውኹድ ስለዚህ ክትጠፍእ ኢኻ።
Natty, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
ሁለት ወፍ በአንድ ድንጋይ ግደል።
Reliability is more important than speed.
Next question. See ya.
Slow and steady wins the race.
ቀስ ያለ እና መስመሩን የያዘ ሩጫን ያሸንፋል።
There are other fish in the sea.
ካልእ ዓሳ ኣሎ ኣብ ባሕሪ።
Ignorance is bliss.
What?
አለማወቅ ደስታ ነው።
ዋው
Give someone the cold shoulder.
ለሰው የሚበርደውን ትከሻ ስጫቸው ወይ ስጣቸው።
ትክክል ነው።
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
ምን ማለት ነው? ኦኬ ዶሮሽ ሳያድጉ እንዳትቆጥሪያቸው። ምን ማለት ነው? hatch ምን ማለት ነው?
Like have a baby.
Some pregnant chicken.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Can I just ask? How does a chicken hatch?
From an egg.
An egg.
Oh.
Does the chicken come before the
Okay.
egg?
ወላዱ ሳይሰበር እንዳትቆጥሪያቸው ዶሮሽን።
That's it.
Because it's a saying, it doesn't make sense.
I
think we should give her another one. Let's edit that one.
I was right.
But I went to the zoo to see a lion.
Na betagagis kaide ambasakari.
I know from experience they never keep their promise.
Nate.
ከልምድ አውቃለሁ አረጋለሁ ያሉትን ነገር አያከብሩም።
ድገመው።
መድገም አልችልም።
The what?
Calf.
Baby.
Actually, better.
Different word.
How do you say calf?
Come on. I recognize.
I was laughing at you.
Everyone quiet. Shoe. Light.
መብራት
Swimming pool.
መዋኛ ዋና መዋኛ
Ring.
Oh, katin.
Toes.
ጣቶች toes.
Crime.
ወንጀል
Eyebrow.
ቅንድብ
Debate.
5, 4, 3.
Zeraba.
Discussion.
ወሬ
Drive.
መንዳት
Education.
ትምህርት
Environment.
ደገ.
Correct. Experience. Nate, experience.
ልምድ
Arrangement.
የምን አይነት arrangement? Cause የflower arrangement ወይም መገናኘት arrangement?
Any.
5,
የአበባ
3,
የተደረደረው
Two.
መደረደር ያ መደርደር arrangement.
1.
No.
No,
wait.
I don't know.
ማስተካከል
Measure. Measure.
Yeah. Serious business, yeah.
Can't. If he doesn't, you measuring something, measuring the length of something, the weight of something. 5.
4.
Come on.
ምዕቃን ወይ ምምዛን.
Walk out, walk out.
I guess that's as well.
That's my standard.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.